The title of this lesson is What is Organizational Structure? We're still sticking with the same standards this week, and the lesson will help you apply informational text standards to your analysis of pieces that you'll be doing later. The objective for this lesson is to understand what organizational structure is and to explore and know the three different types of organizational structure. Well, we talked a little bit about organizational structure last lesson, where when you are going to talk to someone, you have an idea in your head about how you're going to present that information. And the presentation of the information, whether it's oral or written, is called organizational structure. It's the way an author presents information in a clear order. An author's purpose dictates organizational structure. And if we go back to our lesson on purpose, you'll remember purpose can be to persuade, to inform, or to entertain. Organizational structure can be done in three ways: in chronological order, using comparison and contrast, or cause and effect. Chronological order is presenting information in the order in which it happened. So if you're going to give an essay talking about how we landed on the moon, you might start with how the space shuttle was built, and then how successful the men were upon their return. You might do it in a chronological order or the order in which it happened. A second structure is called comparison and contrast. That's when we group ideas based on their similarities and differences. We did this in our last pod. Cause and effect is where you identify cause and effect relationships. The reason this happened is because of this. The reason this occurs is because of this. That's making cause and effect relationships. Those are the three types of organizational structure for informational text. In addition, organizational structure, once it decides which structure it's going to use to support the main idea or thesis, it starts with sections. The sections are then broken into paragraphs, and those paragraphs are then broken into sentences. I want you to think about the Achieve articles that you've read. Think about the sections, think about the paragraphs, and think about the sentences, how they're all organized to support the main idea or thesis of those articles. And finally, reflect. As you read through the text in the next pod, identify the organizational structure and think about how it supports the writer's purpose. If the writer's purpose is to persuade you, how does the organizational structure support that? If a writer's purpose is to inform you, how does the organizational structure support that? And if it's to entertain, how does the organizational structure support that? Let me know if you have any questions.